upping my game. I'm who they hate. This shit come with a thing. That's how.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ari, and I would love for you to stick around and watch today's video and let me know what you think in the comments. So today, I'm just going to be getting ready with you guys and doing my everyday makeup routine while we catch up a little bit. And I do want to let you guys know, I did try this new makeup routine, not in this video, but it's like the milky toner type makeup routine. So I want to do a video on that soon, so stay tuned. But anyway, I feel like I've been in just like a really interesting season of my life lately where I'm trying to get back into a routine, or honestly probably create just a new routine that actually works for the life that I have now. And I've been reading more, learning new things, spending more intentional time with my family, and just trying to figure out how to balance being a stay-at-home mom while also still having goals and things that I want to accomplish for myself. Let me tell you, I feel like that's something I really want to talk about, because sometimes when you're a mom, especially a stay-at-home mom, it can feel like your own goals are supposed to go on pause or be put on the back burner, and I really don't want that. I don't want that for me or anybody else. So I'm doing my makeup today. I just want to chat with you guys and give you a little bit of a life update, talk about the things, and finding the little pieces of yourself in whatever season of life that you're in. So grab your makeup, grab your coffee, grab your talkies, and let's get ready together, girl. So something I've really been thinking about like a lot lately is how important it is to have at least one thing that is yours. And I don't necessarily mean something huge. It doesn't have to be a business. It doesn't have to be a career. It doesn't have to be something that you're making money from. It could literally be reading, working out, doing your makeup, girl, taking a class, be a hobby. It could honestly be anything that makes you feel like you, because I think it's really easy, especially as a mom, to get so wrapped up in taking care of everybody else that you forget that you're also a person outside of those responsibilities. I'm not saying that like you need to prioritize yourself over your family kind of way. I actually think it's the opposite. I think when you have little pieces of your identity that you continue to nurture when you're married, when you have kids, and you have something that belongs to you, that you can always come back to it. And that's something I would honestly tell any woman who wants to have a family one day, before you even get there. Like, find something that you love, find something that you're interested in that makes you feel like yourself, and hold on to that, because your life is going to change, girl. Your priorities will change, you will change, but having that one little thing that reminds me of like who I am or who you are outside of those responsibilities can mean so much. And I actually went out with some girlfriends, some mom friends the other night, and it was just so nice, guys. When I tell you, I haven't laughed that hard in so long. And it's not because we did anything crazy or like, went out all night or anything like that. It was just honestly nice to have those few hours where we could breathe. We weren't somebody's mom for a few hours. We weren't somebody's wife. We weren't thinking about cleaning the house or what needed to be done. We were just thinking about us, what we were going to eat, kicking ourselves out of a restaurant. That's a story time for another time. But I honestly, like, you don't even realize how much you need that time until you're actually in the moment. You can love your family more than anything in the world and still need a night where you can just be yourself and be with your friends. And I think sometimes there's something really special about having the women around you who understand the season you're in without even having to explain it. And sometimes you really just need to laugh and talk about random things. You need to get dressed, go out, have that cute little makeup on, and remember that you're still a person outside of those responsibilities. And I think that is so healthy, y'all. Like, you really don't even understand how healthy that is, to have a life outside of your home, have friends outside of your home. And I get it. Sometimes it's really hard. Sometimes it's hard to find your people, and sometimes friends are just for seasons. But I would encourage literally everybody to at least find that one friend or that piece of your community that you can always turn to, because it really truly does take a village. And when I say village, I don't mean you got to have 32 friends, girl. Find that one friend that you can really talk to, because it is so important. And another thing, y'all know I like to yap and I like to rant, okay? And honestly, I've been trying to take that same mentality into other parts of my life. I'm not trying to completely reinvent myself. I'm just trying to be more intentional with the person that I already am. Like I told you guys, I've been reading more, getting back into a workout. I've been learning and also taking some courses. And the courses I'm actually taking, I'm actually excited about these, because they're helping me continue to like build my resume. Because you guys know I literally worked up until like a couple months ago. But they're also giving me something that's mine to work towards. And I think that's important, because being a stay-at-home mom is incredibly rewarding, and I genuinely love that. And I love being there for my husband and my son. But I also think that it's okay to want to have something outside of motherhood that I want to work towards, that I want to learn, because I want goals and I have goals and I want things that challenge me, you know? And I want my son to grow up and see that. I want him seeing that his mom is taking care of him and our family, but also learning, setting goals, challenging myself and those things, you know? Because like one day he's going to be old enough to understand that you can have responsibilities and still have ambitions, and you can love your family and still have dreams. Like, I don't think you have to pick one. I think that it's really important for him to see that. And sometimes there's this assumption that stay-at-home moms aren't ambitious, or because you're not going into an office every day, you're somehow not doing anything with your brain. And respectfully, we're not dumb as a box of rocks, okay? Like, I think so much of it comes down to perspective and drive. Like, you can be at home taking care of your family and still be incredibly motivated. So be for real. And you can be raising children, still want to learn, be a wife, and still have a career. You can be all of those things at the same time. And I'm literally tired of society telling you can't. Like, literally, what is this? I don't think motherhood takes away your ambition, honestly. Sometimes, if anything, it gives you another reason to keep going. And I think that's why I'm trying to move away from feeling like I need to get back, quote, quote, to my old routine, because honestly, maybe I need a new one, and maybe that only works for my current life and will adjust later. You know, one where being mom is included, where my family's included, but like also room for us. And I'm learning that consistency doesn't mean like always perfection. If I read a few pages, hey, that's something, you know. If I take a walk, hey, still move my body. So, you know, if I get a workout in at home, that's still something. If I spend time teaching my son something, that's still something. And yeah, it's just, I think all of these things are like really important. And if I had a day where something was planned and it didn't get done, hey, sometimes that it just happens, okay? And I just really want to thank you guys for coming along with this journey, because sometimes I feel like social media is really fake. And I always want to be super as transparent as I can be. And speaking of starting again, I feel like I'm really locked in for these last 4 months of 2026, which is actually crazy because I feel like this year literally started yesterday. But hey, we're getting into the part of the year where everything starts to move quickly. Holidays are coming, weather's changing, people start reflecting on the year. And I think it's just really time. And this is a time of the year where it can bring up so many different emotions and feelings depending on where you are in life. Some people absolutely love it. Some people love the holidays, look forward to them all year, and others, it's like this part of the year can be really difficult and like they can dread it. Maybe you're grieving, maybe you're going through a transition, maybe you're actually doing really well, maybe you're happier than you know you've been in years, maybe you're just somewhere in the middle. And I think all those feelings can coexist. You never know. One year you might be super excited, one year you might be grieving, one time you starting over. Girl, literally all these things happen at one time, and that's okay. So if you're watching this and you're not having the best year, you still have time. And I don't mean like, oh, you have 4 months, completely change your life kind of way. But I mean like, you have 4 months to make memories, 4 months to start doing something, to finish something, to take care of yourself. You have 4 months to read a book, to apply for something, 4 months to work towards your goal. Girl, you got 4 months. Like, just do it, you know? So I think that's what I'm trying to take with me in these last few months. I'm not trying to have the perfect ending to 2026. I'm just trying to be intentional with it, girl. And I just want to show it for my family. Keep growing and learning. Your life can be full. It can be messy. It can be excited. It can be hard. And you can still be grateful for it, y'all. So that's kind of where my head has been at lately, just trying to create a routine of life that actually fits mine right now. Not perfect, not always productive, let's be real, just mine. And if you're in a similar season, I hope you take this as your little reminder. You're allowed to have something that's yours too. And even if it's something small, find something you love, because when life changes, we can change with it, okay? And for the moms watching this, I hope you know that being a mom can be one of the biggest parts of your identity without being your entire identity. And for the woman that wants a family one day, don't be afraid to build a life and identity that you love before getting there too, because motherhood can add so much to your life. It doesn't erase everything that came before it though. Anyway, that's today's video. Thanks for watching while I get ready with you guys. I hope you enjoyed it and this little chat. And y'all, I just love you. And if no one has told you that, Well, girl, I do. Okay, we ain't gotta be close to know that you're a human being and you go through things. But I love y'all. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next
I knew that I made it. I woke up looking this good. I'm in my prime. These niggas gotta get played.